Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest. The William Pace Show, asking the questions you want to ask, getting the answers everyone wants to know. It's a new season of the William Pace Show. We're raising the bar with more commitment to educate, inform, encourage, inspire, empower, and help you have your best life. Everyone deserves to have their best life. I'm just staying the course. Here we go.
Hello, I'm William Pace. Thanks so much for tuning us in tonight. My guests are Marshall Edwards from South Dayton Travel, Walt Kaye, a volunteer for Life Connection of Ohio, and Lenny Davis will be here to tell us about Big Red. As you know, we always start the show out by reading letters from the viewers, and I would love to have you write to me, to write to the William Pace Show, write to P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. That's P.O. Box 3644, Dayton 45401. The first letter comes tonight from Barbara. Dear William, we saw your show last night, and Barbara Walters doesn't have anything on you. You did a great job of interviewing. It was very informative about the MCC Church. I am glad to know that Christians of different beliefs have a church to attend and have a caring pastor as Rihanna Biddle. It was also helpful to be reminded about how we can save a life by being an organ donor. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Barbara, for writing, and we're going to send you a gift certificate to the Tea Garden Restaurant. The next letter comes tonight from Jimmy, and she says, Dear Mr. Pace, I really enjoy meeting you and hearing you sing. Your singing is so relaxing. I enjoy watching your show. Would it be asking too much for your autograph? Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Jimmy, for writing, and we're going to send you an autograph, a signed autograph, and also a box of Esther Price fine chocolates. The last letter comes from Marcia, and it says, Dear William, I really enjoy your show. It was very educational, and I look forward to your show in the future. With so much violence on TV, it was refreshing to see it. I wish you luck in your show. Hope to see you again. Thanks very much, Marsh, for writing, and we're going to send you a gift certificate to My Young Song Restaurant. Coming up next, conversation with Marshall Edwards. Stay with us.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Idotha Bootsy Neal, Dayton City Commissioner. I'm going to be watching the William Pace Show. Please join me.
It's summertime and it's time for travel and vacationing. And here to tell us more about travel is Marshall Edwards from South Dayton Travel. Thanks so much, Marshall, for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Tell me, what are some of the popular places to go vacationing this summer?
Well, for a family, they like to go to Orlando.
Orlando.
Theme parks, yes.
I would imagine Disneyland is popular too.
Yes, you have Disney World down there in Orlando, Disneyland in California, but more popular, I would say, the Orlando area because you have so many, the concentration of the parks, different parks and down in that area. So that's a popular family destination. As far as, say, for individuals, or they tend to go to the islands in the Caribbean.
Now, you're a full-service travel agency. Now, what does that mean?
Well, being a full-service travel agency, we handle all aspects of travel, whether it be car, hotel, cruises, of course, air, tour packages, things of that nature.
You know, years ago, train used to be really popular, but now I guess that's almost like history almost. Are people traveling more by plane these days?
More so by plane than train. You still have people who prefer to travel by train. For instance, people who are afraid to fly, or if they're going somewhere that's too far to drive, you know, they'll go by bus or by train. But I think by far nowadays, travel by air is most popular.
Now, certainly travel by air is more glamorous because not many people want to stand out by the road these days and try to get on a train. That might have been popular 100 years ago, but I guess it's not so glamorous today.
Yeah, you know, and also traveling by air is less time consuming, providing everything runs on schedule. But, and then your airfares nowadays, you know, with the air wars and everything, it's making it a lot more affordable for people to travel or to take their family places.
What are some of the advantages of having a travel agency make your travel arrangements for you?
It's convenient. It doesn't take any of your time other than to call a travel agent and to give them instruction as to where you want to go. You give them a budget, how long you want to stay, and the travel agent will do all the research for you and get back with you and give you different options. You know, hopefully not too many options to confuse you, but especially if you're family traveling or if you've got something like a honeymoon you want to plan, it takes a lot of research, and there are a lot of options out there. So the travel agents will weed out the best option, the most economical, or find out for you how to best spend your money for what you want to get, give you the most for your money.
And you also specialize in cruises.
Yes.
You do really big for the cruises. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, cruises are popular. Whether you've gone on a cruise or not, cruises are popular. Your cruise season actually runs from November through April. In particular, we have a cruise that's set for November the 7th. It's a 3-day cruise in the Caribbean, and we're pushing that pretty heavy right now. That's over President's Day weekend, so if you got that long weekend, why not take a cruise?
And that'll be in the fall too. Be a perfect time.
Right at the beginning of
perfect
cruise
weather
season. Right, for cruising, it is.
Now, I want to touch upon that you also take care of travel, hotel accommodation. What other kind of accommodations do you take?
Rent a car.
Rent a car?
Rent a car. Of course, air. Yeah, any type tour package.
And you're open 5 days a week.
Yeah, 5 days a week, Monday through Fridays, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Great. I want to say to the viewers that South Dayton Travel is one of our big sponsors this year, and they're giving away a free round-trip ticket anywhere in the USA on U.S.
U.S. Airways.
Airways.
Yep. Anywhere on the U.S. Airways system, wherever their route system in the continental United States. And that ticket is good until December the 31st, 97.
But you have to enter the contest by June 28th, and here's how you can enter the contest. Send your name, telephone number, and address to the William Pace Show, P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. That's the William Pace Show, P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio. You must have your name, your address, and your telephone number on the postcard. Or you could stop in at South Dayton Travel.
We're located at 103 West Stroop Road. That's 1 block west of Far Hills.
To register for the contest. Well, Marshall, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. And we have a little gift for you, a box of Esther Price Fine Chocolates. Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you.
There's more to come. Stay with us.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
My guest this evening is Walt Kaye. He's an organ recipient, and he's going to do a caricature of me while we're talking tonight. And I want to ask you, Walt, you are a organ recipient. Is that correct?
Yes, a liver transplant over 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Now, how long did it take you to wait to qualify for one, to get one?
I'm very unique in that respect. It took only 1 day of being on the waiting list. The normal waiting period is 6 months to 1 year.
That is very unusual.
And my name wasn't Mickey Mantle or
You had
Governor Casey or something like that.
And you had no particular clout. You just
No.
It was just
So the system
meant
works.
to be.
Yes.
Meant to be. You're involved with Life Connection of Ohio.
Yes.
You want to tell us what Life Connection of Ohio is all about?
It's there as coordination of organs, whether it's heart transplants or liver transplants, double lung transplants. It coordinates the whole effort. I'm involved with making organ donation awareness, to get out the word. I work at a lot of health fairs to spread the word, doing caricatures at health fairs, whether it's at Wright State or Fairfield. Next week I'll be down at the Carlisle. They have a program going on down there.
Why are people so reluctant to become an organ donor, you think?
There's a number of reasons. I think a lot of people just don't realize the importance of it, but there is a lot of people are afraid that their life will be taken before they're ready to go. And there's just a lot of myths that aren't true.
So if a person would want to be an organ donor, they would have to register that on their driver's license so that at the time of death, people would know.
That's a very good start, but it's not enough. Probably the most important thing is to let your family know. They're the ones who have the last word. Whether it's in your will or on your driver's license, the family has the last say. So it's important to share your decision with your family.
I heard one person said before, a previous guest, that the analogy like a car. If a car has been in a wreck or something and still has a good stereo, well, the stereo is still good. You're going to use the stereo. You're not going to let the car go.
And we're in the age of recycling, or emphasizing the importance of the environment and recycling. The only reason I'm here is because some family said yes, and I have a recycled liver.
That's wonderful. Do you think that more and more people will become comfortable with the idea of becoming an organ donor?
I think as the education, as the word gets out, yes.
Also, it's important, would you say, to have it in your will? Would that be an important thing, too?
Yes.
To have it in your will.
And because with there you have witnesses. And it's the more people that know your decision, the better off it is.
Now, for our viewers, can you tell us how can a person become an organ donor? Do they contact? I know that we can register it on your license, but can you also notify, like maybe Life Connection of Ohio? Would they have a play into this too?
Yes, and if for any questions you would have, their phone number is 223-8223.
And they're located on South Main Street across from the fairgrounds.
Exactly.
Okay. Is there a big need for volunteers too?
Oh, yes.
To come in and
Yes,
work on various
I'm
projects?
president of a group called TRIO, Transplant Recipient International Organization, which is made up of not only recipients, but also their families or candidates waiting for transplants. And we're kind of a support group that help each other.
Great, wonderful. Also, I want to touch upon, too, that is very important in the African American community. There's a shortage of donors. And there's a big need for more African Americans to come forth, too. And you're involved with an organization.
MOTDAP, M-O-T-D-A-P, Minority Organ and Tissue Awareness Donor Project. And it's super important because over 50% of the recipients of transplants are minority groups.
Minorities.
But they don't have a very high percentage of donation. And the genetic makeup is so important.
So important and making it work.
So as a result, they have the highest rejection rate. So if we could just get more donors from the minority groups. So yes, I belong to the Speakers Bureau of the minority, or the BODAP. And it's a very important effort.
Also, I want to ask you, you're drawing a caricature of me right now. And how long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing this 3 years full time since I retired from NCR about 3 years ago. Before that, I worked part-time through entertainment agencies the last 10 years.
I see.
Overall, since I was a little kid, since I was in junior high school, drawing pictures of the teachers.
Do you think more and more that there's going to be more and more advanced research in medical and the preservation of saving people and keeping them alive for a longer period of time?
Oh, yes. Yes. The strides are just fantastic. But here again, the need for donation. I know when I first had my transplant, there was 20,000 people on the waiting list. Now there's over 50,000 people on the waiting list.
50,000 people.
4,000 die each year because there's not enough donors yet.
Now, also I want to touch upon, too, that it takes a certain period of time that the person can retrieve the organ. Is there a certain period of time that has to take place in?
Yes. And it depends on the organ. And that's the importance of being brain dead. And was a big breakthrough, is how death used to be defined as someone when their heart stopped beating. But when the heart stopped beating, it wasn't good anymore. So they changed the definition of death, so it would be brain dead.
Well, I want to thank you, Walt, Kaye, for coming on today and telling us a little bit about organ donations and so forth. And I have a little gift for you here from Esther Price Fine Chocolates. Thank you so much for coming on. And how are we doing with my caricature?
Well, we're almost finished. This is what we have so far.
There you go. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. There's more to come. Stay with us.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
I grew up watching television here in Dayton, and there was a singer by the name of Big Red. And here to tell us a little bit more about Big Red today is my guest, Lenny Davis. Thanks so much, Lenny, for coming on.
You're welcome.
As you know, Big Red was one of my favorites, and she's now dead, and but I wanted to keep her memory alive, and I thought by having Lenny here today, we could do that. Now, Big Red started out singing in Greenville?
Yes, she started out singing in Greenville. She's a farm girl from
Farm
up there.
girl.
Yeah, and I met her in 1963. We had about 30 years affiliation together during her arranging and conducting. And it was a very nice 30 years. I don't think I would ever find another singer that I could quite work with like she was.
She was more than a singer. She was a personality, wouldn't you say?
She was a phenomenal personality on stage, a raw talent, untrained. You say, Red, stand on your X and go to town, and that was it. Start the music, and she started. And when she was ready to talk to the audience, she would talk for a long time, and they were thoroughly entertained.
Well, that was one of the things that people liked about her, that she would just leave the stage and go right out in the audience.
That's right. The audience participation part was great, and people got advertisements from her. They loved that, and she would tease them.
Now, Big Red was more of a Sophie Tucker, Ethel Merman kind of singer.
She was a belter. She did a lot of Sophie Tucker material in her early days, and then we went more onto the body, and then went to the Broadway belting things like Merman or Streisand, Funny Girl. But she could woo an audience with her ballads. Her ballads were probably her
tops. Where did the name Big Red come from?
Well, when we first met her in '63, she hadn't quite had that title yet. A fellow by the name of Johnny Spicer, a piano player from here in town, he played all the piano bars, started calling her Red, and then because of her size, of course, that time she was a slim 250 pounds. But,
well, what do they call? They call that today. What do they call that? Full-figured.
Full-figured. She was a full-figured lady. That was it. She many times said that she's lost in diets at least a dozen people in her lifetime.
What was one of your favorite songs of Big Red?
Well, she every once in a while, especially when her family would come in, she would ask. She'd turn around and ask me to do "Melancholy Baby" so she could sing it, and she did. Just did a phenomenal job on that, and we never got tired of doing it. You wouldn't think that "Melancholy Baby" would be the one, but she tore people up with it.
But as I remember, and it's been quite a few years ago, and I was just a little kid then, she had a natural way of singing that was totally untrained. There wasn't a lot of training. It was just singing from the heart, just singing from the spirit. And I think that's what made her so unique.
That was her uniqueness. It was all that natural talent, and people sensed that out at the Forum Club. All of our entertainers were local, and we trained them, and that's what they loved about it, to see this natural talent come out of our local people, and Red was one of those people.
And also she had a sort of a midwestern touch about her, too.
Oh, yeah, she was... she had that rawness and everything. When we
Sassiness.
would go into the Hilton in D.C., they recognized that and liked it out of her.
You brought some pictures here of Big Red.
Yes, this is
We're going to go down memory lane now.
That's when Red and I first teamed up in the middle '60s, and we were a great team for a long time.
Now, red was her natural hair color.
Red was her natural hair.
Okay.
And this is her natural white, and that was her last publicity picture. That was 1991.
Just before her retirement?
Yes.
Okay. Now, she's been passed away 2 years ago?
Three
years ago.
Yes.
And you're going to be traveling soon, I understand, to New York for a big project that is in relation to Big Red. You want to tell us about that?
We have documented, my partner from the Forum, Joe Kraft, documented Big Red's story, fictionalized it into story form, and now BMI is viewing it for their workshop. They're presenting a 15-minute scene from the Big Red story on Broadway, while in workshop on the 17th of June. I'm going to be up there for it. If they choose it, they'll take it into full workshop production next year with composers, writers, and producers and directors.
Oh, so this could become a big Broadway show.
It could become a Broadway musical, right.
And it all started here in Dayton, Ohio.
All started right here.
Now, you also are work full-time, I might say, for the courier service, and I want to give them a little plug because they do so much work for us in the office because, you know, we have so many things that need to be done each day that we just need to have people deliver things. And so if you ever need that, the person to call is the courier service. You want to tell us a little bit about that too?
CS Courier Service, yes, 277-9600. We specialize in small parcels. We do a lot of medical and legal delivery, and we specialize in Stat Express. So if you want it done right and securely bonded, then we can do that.
There you go. Thank you so much, Lenny, for coming on the show tonight. We've got a box of Esther Price Fine Chocolates. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'd be glad to share it with you.
Oh, no, it is good, but I am on a diet. There's more to come. Stay with us.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.
On July 13th, I'll be singing a concert for the Roswell Company Concert Series. I'll also be singing with the Dayton Jazz Orchestra on that program. That program will be sponsored by South Dayton Travel, and for tickets you can call 275-7629. Gotta go. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
The William Pace Show through the years has been a beacon of light in the Midwest, taking you to such destinations as the Navy Pier, the Palmer Hilton Palace Hotel, the German Village, the Showboat Majestic Theatre, the Ohio Village, and the Krohn Conservatory. There's always something cooking in the kitchen on the William Pace Show. Some of the biggest stars, entertainers, and political figures like B.B. King, Jimmy Walker, Bob Carlisle, Patti Austin, Mr. T, Whitley Phibbs, and Congressman Tony Hall have appeared on the William Pace Show. Now, without further ado, we proudly present the William Pace Show on CATV, coming to you from the heart of the Midwest.
Subscribe to the William Pace Show YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell and give us the thumbs up. Thank you.